Hot Seat with IC Jonez right here on Room Service Radio, man. You know how it go. Live every single Thursday and Friday from 12 to 2. You feel me? Make sure you tell a friend to tap in.
Facts.
Man, like I said, man, y'all got to go to Roku. All right? Go to Roku. Download the app. Blink Show TV. And get your boy under the journalist repost, Hot Seat with IC Jonez, and check me out in your living room, in your bedroom, on your television. You feel me? Shout out to Blink, man. Make sure y'all go to blinkshowtv.com. Follow Blink Show TV on Instagram, Blink Show TV on Facebook. All right? Go get my shows, man. I'm streaming all over the place. Roku is everywhere, all right? Do that for me, man. Tap in.
Big facts.
And Live Victorious, man. Y'all need to check them out as well. All right. LiveVictorious.brand on Instagram. Okay. LiveVictorious.com. You feel me? Shout out to them for having their commercials on my show, bro. Much love and respect, man. Go get that. Also, you know, Fat Boy Trucking hiring. I tell y'all every week, you feel me? To make sure that you tap in with them. Go get yourself a job if you're a truck driver. You feel me? So make sure you tap in with Mario at 702-412-9608. All right. And that's for Fat Boy Trucking. They're hiring $1,500 weekly pay back and forth from Nevada, Utah, Arizona, and California. That's 10 turnarounds and you're back home every night. All right. That's Fat Boy Trucking. Okay. Also, if you got some freights that need to be picked up, you got some loads that need to be picked up, make sure you holler at Halfway Point Freight. All right, and it's the same person, okay? 702-412-9608. That's Mario, okay? So for the trucking, I need you to send your front and back driver's license, your DOT physical, and the last 3 years of DMV history for Fat Boy Trucking. And to receive a quote, man, for them picking up your freight, picking up your loads, call the same number, 702-412-9608. All the information is on the screen, so make sure you tap in and let them know Hot Seat with IC Jonez sent you, okay? And like I say, if you go to livevictorious.brand on Instagram or go to livevictorious.com, you let them know IC Jonez sent you. Let them know you watch the show and you like their merch and support. You feel me? That's how we all eat. We all support each other. You know, we circulate that dollar, whether it's in the black community, whether it's in the entertainment community, whether it's in the media community, entrepreneurship community. You feel me? Like, I might buy a house from a realtor. Right? But then that realtor turns around and promotes on my show. You know what I'm saying? He gets a commercial on my show. He sponsors my show. You feel me? Like, we just shared the dollar. You feel me? I may buy some clothes from Live Victorious, but they turn around and get a commercial on my show. And so on and so forth. We circulate that dollar because we all need each other. You feel me? And make sure that you keep a good heart, a good mind, good spirit, good soul about you, and things will come your way. You feel me? But make sure that you support with an open hand and not a closed fist. You feel me? Now, we in the 1 o'clock hour. You feel me? I got the homegirl in the building.
Hello.
Yes, said.
Y'all know my raspy voice by now.
Like I said, she's an overall entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying?
I do so many things. You want me to say what I do?
Oh, we're going to get there.
Okay.
A hustler. You know what I'm saying? Also a radio personality.
Yes.
You know, you can see her on the screen. You can hear her audio as well. She's with Zoo.
Yep,
right?
Zoo Music Review.
Yep, Zoo Music Review. You feel me? And I met her in passing, and you know, we've been locked in on Instagram. You know what I mean, for a little minute. And she like, I'm next. I'm coming through.
You feel me? And here I am.
For
So
sure.
thank you for having me. It's really a pleasure. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you know, I'd be watching you and stuff. Like, okay,
For sure. I
me
appreciate
next.
it. I appreciate it. So Eve.
Yes.
Where are you originally from?
I am originally from, are you ready? San Bernardino, California. Shout out to the IE.
Okay.
So if you don't know where that's at, it's an hour east of LA, 2.5 hours from here. So I'm used to the desert weather. Not really 122, but you know, we used to the desert weather. So
right, it's a fact.
Yeah.
And how was it there growing up?
Oh, it was man. So San Bernardino is very hood. I went to San Bernardino High School. You know, I'm biracial, so I got a lot of ish growing up. You know, I was never black enough for the black girls. I was too black for the Mexicans. So, you know, but I thugged it out, and here I am. You know, now everybody love me. It's cool.
So when you say that, was that like bullying or?
I mean, they tried. Yeah, I got into a lot of fights. And I'm not super proud of that, but I mean, you know, my parents taught me to stand up for myself. So, you know, but yeah.
So what is it? Black mom or?
No. So my mom, she's actually she was born in Mexico, but she's Mexican, Spanish, Brazilian, Colombian, all the little Latin countries. I actually did my DNA testing. 2 different companies came back same results. So, you know, and my dad, he's Nigerian, Choctaw, Indian, Swedish. He got like some British in there, but we all know that's from the slave days because my great grandpa was a slave and my great grandma was like a slave owner's daughter. And then they ran away together, had my grandma. And, yeah.
So you know your history.
I really do. I really do.
Now, were you taught that or did that come from the DNA testing?
Sorta, kinda, like, so like on my Latin side, like my grandpa, he used to do migrant farm work with like Cesar Chavez and stuff. And, you know, they speak Spanish. My grandparents on that side speak Spanish. So yo hablo español, yo entiendo todo. But, you know, my other side, you know, my grandma, she told us some stuff, but like a lot of stuff gets lost after my great grandpa. You know what I mean? So it's only kind of like recent that I knew. And then when I did the DNA testing, that's when, okay, I'm this, that. You know,
right.
So.
What did you use? What companies?
So Ancestry, and Ancestry's kind of tight because I did the 23andMe, but Ancestry, like when I got my results back, they were like, this person came up with 6,000 of the same traits and it's your full brother. And I'm like, damn, that really is my brother. And then, you know what I mean? Like it really just brought up like my grandma, her yearbook pictures and stuff. So like just staying on that one, like I found out a whole lot. Like,
but maybe I need to dig a little deeper into Ancestry because I got Ancestry and I got my results back. And they told me all that stuff as far as like where you're from, bloodline and all of that.
Yeah.
But there's no people to trace that for me. Like I don't have pictures of people and things of that nature.
Yeah,
so
like,
I need to pay some more.
I didn't pay anything, but you know, they were like, this is your, you know, your paternal grandmother. And it showed my grandma and it showed, you know, she was born in 1944 and showed her high school yearbook pictures and all that. I was like, okay, they know me.
They know. Yeah, I had to input that. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like I had to input my grandfather. Anyway, but 23andMe, how was that?
It was all right.
Mediocre?
Yeah, like it just basically told me what Ancestry told me. So I was like,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, for sure. So, sticking on the path of parenting, right? You were raised with both your parents?
Yes, and they're still married 38 years later. Shout out to mom and dad.
Nice.
Yeah, so I actually have a different way of looking at relationships. Like, I believe in gender roles. I believe the woman cooks, cleans, keeps the house up. I believe the man, you know, takes care of the outside, you know, that's just how I am. Okay. But that's only because I've seen it work. Okay. You know, my grandparents were married 67 years before my grandpa passed. Okay. So, you know, I got to see what a working relationship is like. And, you know, when you try to not be a team, that's when, you know, there's no selfishness when you're in a relationship. So. Okay. And that's probably why I'm single, because not too many people have seen what I've seen in relationships.
Okay. What did you learn morally that sticks with you today from your mom?
Everything. That's the only person I go to for advice on men. Like, if I have a problem, but that's probably why I've never had a short-term relationship. All my relationships have been 2.5, 3+ years, you know? My longest was 10 years. I actually got married in that one. So something people don't know. Okay. But, yeah, that didn't work out. But
I mean, I see you seen
yeah, but he didn't come from that type of environment. He came from something completely different. And then when, you know, his mom was very independent, his mom was like the breadwinner and all that. So it wasn't going to work anyway. You know,
After 10 years.
It was really done after 2, but you know, he was in the military and I was getting military benefits, and then he was gone 8 to 10 months out the year. You know what I mean? So it was just like, I'm living it up in this big ass house in San Diego. I'm 19, like, you know what I mean? So it was just more so like I got to go to college on his GI Bill. I just got to reap the benefits of him being in the military. And then when he got kicked out, because he got kicked out smoking weed, when he got kicked out, then we actually had to spend time together, and it just was not working, like, at all. So he came back an alcoholic, a drug addict. Military really did him bad. He had PTSD. It was just bad.
And now he can't get the benefits and all of that because he got kicked out.
Facts.
All that stuff dropped.
He got something called something other than dishonorable. So it wasn't dishonorable, but it was basically dishonorable. And then he went to jail right after that. So it was just like,
Downhill.
He went to jail for 4.5 years on an accident. It wasn't even really his fault. Somebody hit him, but because he had liquor in his system, he went to jail for 4.5 years. Yeah. So a guy on a motorcycle traveling opposite direction. The guy on the motorcycle was drunk too and went to court to testify. I don't want him to get locked up, but, they locked him up 4.5 years with great bodily injury and all that because the guy had to have his leg amputated.
Yeah, but like he even testified.
Yeah, but the DA didn't care.
And he had alcohol in his system. He ain't go to jail.
Well, he don't have a leg. So.
Oh, well.
Hey, yeah.
Neither one of them should have been drinking.
That was like 10 plus years ago in my life. You know what I mean? I'm 36, so.
Okay, cool. So what about dad? What you learn?
My dad?
Morally. But these are things that stick with you today.
Yeah, of course.
What sticks with you today?
My dad, man, okay, so my mom was the one, like, just because I'm a woman, you know, my mom was the one that, like, disciplined me. My dad was always fun. My dad always, like, signed me up for a baseball, took me here, took me to football games, like, baseball games. Like, my dad was just the fun one, you know what I mean? But my dad also, like, if you ever watch that Detroit urban survival stuff, so my dad, my dad's a sheriff, all right? And he does homicide, missing persons and all that. So I actually knew how to put people in chokeholds and take guns away and do all that shit when I was like 10 years old. So like, yeah, that's really training from the Sheriff's Academy. Yeah, I learned how to do all that. So my dad just taught me to take no shit. Like, like somebody fuck with you, fuck with them back. You can, I give you permission. Okay, cool. So, you know what I mean? Shout out to my pops, man. I love that man. He's so funny. I love that man.
So Vegas, what brought you to Vegas?
LA being expensive as all hell, you know? So let's just give a rough answer. Let's just say you're only making $3,000 a month. You're paying $2,000 to live in LA in the hood. And then you have $1,000 for gas, which is up the ass. And you know what I mean? And then it's like you come to Vegas. And then when I first moved out here, my rent was $600. Okay. So it's like now I got $2,400 to play with. So now I can actually stack, save, spend money on me, get a better car. So it was just a no brainer, you know? And when I came out here, everybody's like, why are you going to Vegas? They don't have a beach. Bitch, when was the last time you went to the beach? And if I want to go to the beach, I can just drive 4 hours to the beach. So, or we go to Mandalay Bay. It's the same thing.
Kind of.
You can surf at the Mandalay Bay. Don't get it twisted. So
there's a lot you can do there at the beach. Also, we can go to Laughlin. It's not a beach,
I've never been to Laughlin.
Really?
Never. But we got Lake Las Vegas. I have been there.
Yeah, but that ain't Laughlin though.
Oh, I've never been to Laughlin to miss it. So I don't know what Laughlin is like.
Do you like jet skis?
Do I love jet skis?
Okay. Go to Laughlin.
Well,
it's like 90 minutes away.
This summer, I'm going to Laughlin.
Good.
I usually go to Lake Havasu.
Okay, that's cool.
You know, but
I've never been to Lake Havasu though.
Never?
No, not me.
So the last time I went to Lake Havasu, I was in a grocery store and I saw this 60-year-old woman in a string bikini and she was just like, when I was your age, I look just like you. And I was like, do you know how old I am? But
I look just like you.
Yeah, but she had a nice body, you know what I mean?
Bikini,
she was. So that's what.
Lake Havasu.
Yeah, it's a party city.
Okay, so did somebody tell you that Vegas was cheaper or you was looking it up on
since you know, San Bernardino is only 2.5 hours away. The second I got my driver's license, the first thing I did was take the 10 all the way west and found the beach. And then I took the 215 all the way north to the 15 and found Vegas. And then I was in Vegas literally every weekend because I wasn't 21 yet, but I'm married. Like I said, I got married at 19. So it's like, what can I do? Either go to Mexico or go to Vegas because we were living in San Diego at the time. But my parents, you know, so I would always go back since my husband was out of town. And I would just be in Vegas every weekend with a beer on the strip, not even being 21. And then I turned 21 and it was just, I've always loved Vegas. My parents are gamblers. They come out, like I've stayed at every casino on the strip, like, you know, so Vegas was just a no brainer because I did the San Diego thing, which is very expensive. I did the LA thing, very expensive, OC expensive. And it was just like, I got to figure something out because I'm not trying to be one of these begging ass broke bitches. Can I get $40 looking ass? So I just came out here. It was like a no-brainer. And like I said, nobody was on my wave. Nobody. Everybody's like, why the fuck you moving to Vegas? But yeah, now everybody want to move to Vegas.
Yeah, of course.
So
What did you do when you got here, though? Like, how did you find the apartment or find, like,
Okay.
what did you do?
So that's actually funny. So when I first came out here, I had an apartment lined up and everything. And the second I was in the office about to sign the lease, some guy came in with 4 kids. And he was like, we got bed bugs and rats and the neighbor has roaches and da-da-da. And I'm literally about to sign my lease. And I was like, oh, So then I went on Facebook and I was like, man, I really wanted to move to Vegas, but the spot I had was just not, because you know what I mean? Like I've been out here, but only on the strip. So I wasn't familiar with the outside. Mm-hmm. So then my friend hit me on Facebook back and he was like, one of my military buddies just bought a house out there and he's looking for a roommate. And I'm like, where at? And he was like, Southern Highlands area. And I'm like, that's a nice area, So I go meet him that night because I was going to go back to Cali the next day. Met him that night, took a tour of the house, was like, we were the first people to live in this house. The other developments weren't even built yet. This house was the first house built. So I was like, how much you charge? He was like $600. I'm like, when can I move in? Yeah. So I moved in literally 3 days later. And then that's how that happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how long you been in Vegas now?
It'll be 5 years in August.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that was a good life change.
Yeah. And it was, to me, it just felt so right. Like something just clicked in my head and was like, you got to go to Vegas. So then I came to Vegas. And then, like I said, I just feel like I'm supposed to be here because just the way everything fell in my lap when I got out here, I was just like, yeah, this is where I'm supposed to be. Right. And it's still cheap enough that I can afford to go back home whenever I want. So
tell us about the hustler, Eve.
Eve has been there, done that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right.
All right. So, I'm all the way legit now, but I didn't used to be. I used to push a lot of weed. I was always the super plug. I got all of Fraternity Row in San Diego shut down before because I was selling ecstasy. And I could say all this shit now because that was 10 years in my past, but yeah, shit was crazy for the younger me. The younger me really needed this me right now. Mm-hmm. But, when I came to Vegas, I really wanted to just focus and hone in on my skills. So I'm really good at meeting people. I'm really good at just being at the right place at the right time. So I started focusing on my bartending and I would do private events, private parties. I've bartended for Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Migos, JoJo Siwa. I've been on every major TV network you can think of, signed NDAs. I used to do Christmas with the Kingstons every year. So I just really focused on my bartending and it just took off for me. So once I started doing bartending, I wanted something more office-like just because I'm a nerd and I, graduated high school 4.3 GPA. So I'm like, I started doing life insurance. So I started selling life insurance. I had a life insurance policy on myself, telling people the importance of life insurance. And then, what I do now is it's so crazy because like I said, I did a complete 360. Like, I used to have asthma and one of my smoking buddies is Dr. Sebi's grandson. Mm-hmm. So one day we're smoking and I pull out my inhaler and long story short, he cured my asthma in 30 days. I haven't used my inhaler since March 2017. Shout out to Isaiah. But
what year?
2017.
March 2017.
Yes.
You haven't used an inhaler
since. And I used to use that thing 20 times a day. The month before he cured me, I was actually in the hospital for 5 days because they couldn't get me to stop wheezing. Mm-hmm. The doctors couldn't get me to stop wheezing, So when this man is telling me I can cure that, you can cure this. Yeah, I'm going to change your diet. You take 2 pills a day. Is that easy? It really was that easy. So, I run every day. You can check my Instagram. I'm in the gym. I run 3-4 miles a day. And, I never was ever able to do that in my life. And now I can. Wow. But, yeah. So then you
start selling them products.
Well, how I got into it is okay. So when I got hired at a bar out here, my first day was really great. The boss came in the next day, was like, how's your first day? And I was like, amazing. I made my rent last night, like da-da-da. And he's like, well, don't get too comfortable. The doctor said I only got 4 months left to live. I have stage 4 prostate cancer. And I'm like, no, the fuck you don't. I call Isaiah and I'm like, yo, like, I really need this job, bro. Like, I'm just made $1,200 last night. Like, I really need this job. You got to come fix him. So while I'm still out, you got to come fix him, bro. So while I'm still at work, he drove up that night. They met, had a little meeting or whatever. And he comes out and he's like, you ready to heal your first person of cancer? And I'm like, me? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, bro, he just told you he got 120 days left. Yeah. And he's like, I'm going to teach you. And we cured him in 90 days. Wow. Yeah.
So then what? Then you start selling it?
So then I just started going to everybody. What you got? What you got? What you got? I know you got something. Are you healthy? Are you healthy? I know somebody that can fix it. You feel me? And, you know, people just looked at me weird, but then I would just bring people to him and then he would just mentor me on how to actually heal these people. So then, you know, the pandemic hit and then everybody's worried about COVID and all that. And then he decided that he was going to take, 7 people that he had cured of different ailments and stuff. And he was going to teach us how to consult for him because he's only one person. You know, he did the Breakfast Club. He's getting 2,500, 3,000 emails a day. He's only one person. So he taught us how to heal different ailments and stuff. So, you know, we lighten his load, but we're also out here still doing his work. So, you know, I have over 200 clients a month. You know, I've helped everybody from conceiving babies, beating cancer. I just healed my 5th person of cancer in December. You know, help with their diabetes, teach people how to go COVID negative in 4 days. Like it's really rewarding. Like every day I wake up and somebody's like, oh my God, thank you so much. And you know, that right there is so rewarding for me because if you know where I've came from to where I am now, it's like, like I'm supposed to be here doing this. You know what I mean? So,
well, you also, you know, when you get into something, it seems like you have to have it for yourself, right? So with the, you drink.
Of course.
So
I'm a bartender,
right?
That's still my vice. I still drink, but
I'm not saying you're alcoholic, but
I mean, I could be at times.
Okay.
You know, in the summertime, pool parties, day parties, you know, you get faded, go take that Vegas nap, get up, go to the club, drink again. Yeah. Yeah. That's me in the summertime.
Then, you smoked weed
all the time,
so
every
you
day.
were selling it.
Yeah.
Right? You got life insurance on yourself.
Sure do. Still do.
And then you start selling it. And then he healed you of asthma.
Yes.
Which you had to take the supplements.
Yes.
And then you told somebody else.
Yes.
And then you began to be an advocate for it.
Yeah. So that's one thing about me is I like to give others the good things that I see. Like I've never been a hater. I've never been one to block somebody else's blessings because I might be the vessel to help somebody receive their blessings. You know what I mean? Like I said, one of my friends, her and her husband were trying to have kids for 14 years, 3 months on our products. They had a baby. She's pregnant. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, how do I know God's not using me as the vessel to help bless somebody else?
You do know for sure.
Yeah. So.
What do you do for somebody who's trying to beat cocaine or
addiction?
Yeah, addiction. Let's just say that.
Addiction it's a crazy thing. Like I don't judge, you know. I have a lot of friends that do a lot of different things. The first thing is you have to want it. A lot of people say they do, but if it's not within them, a lot of people are not motivated or, you know, depression is real. It's a mental thing, you know, and you got to kind of help somebody with their mental before they can actually, you know, overcome addiction because addiction is really hard. Like it's really hard. You know, some people are addicted to coffee every morning. Some people, you know, addictions run different. But we do have minerals for that. So yeah.
Have you got anybody that got clean off the product that you remember or?
So I actually had somebody. We got him on the minerals and all of that. He was really trying to come off of heroin. And, you know, he just said, you know, his hardest part of his withdrawals was he would have suicidal thoughts. So we have something called brain food, which actually removes the mucus from your brain and it helps like replenish your endorphins and all that. But it's also good for like Parkinson's and dementia. But, you know, he started taking those minerals and he's just like, you know, he changed his diet because your diet is so important. Like people don't realize just how your diet really affects you. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. But yeah, you know, we changed his diet to an alkaline based diet and got him on the minerals and he's cool, you know?
Okay.
So
that's good. That's good. So 200 clients?
Yeah. See, last year, before he opened his store, because now there's 19 of us. Now there's 19 consultants. In order to be a consultant, you have to have been cured of something. Like you know what I mean? You have to have been a client. You can't just be like, oh, yeah, I want to sell your minerals, because that's not going to work. You don't know firsthand of what to do or how to go through the process. So, but back then, I would say last February, last March, I had almost 500 clients. You know, and it does get overwhelming because you want to spend as much time as you can with this one person, because you got to realize they're coming to you with their problem, you know, and you don't ever want them to feel like you're not empathetic with them, or you don't feel for them, you know, and that's just a whole lot of energy. So that's why I'm in the gym every day, just because it's for my mental health. That's me refilling my cup. That makes me, all right, cool. Now I can go out and help people deal with their problems.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, I want to take a break real quick,
No
man.
problem.
Let's talk about overflow pools real quick, and we'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the name of your company?
My company is Overflow Pools, LLC.
And what do you guys specialize in?
We specialize in installations, repairs, regular pool maintenance. There's literally nothing that Overflow Pools, LLC does not do except for build pools from the ground up.
Okay. You got connections for that?
We do.
All right. Now, how can they get in contact with you, and what is your name?
So my name is Michael Gibson. I am the owner, and also I share this company with my wife, who is also an owner, Shantayana Gibson. We both, excuse me, we both own Overflow Pools together. You can reach me by going to literally overflowpools.com. It's on Google. We're number 3 in Las Vegas. We are a 5-star company, probably 4.55 stars. You can go to us on Angie's Lead. You can go to us on Yelp. We backed up by the Better Business Bureau. You can also call us at 702-513-5333. That's our company office. You can also even go online and just type in Overflow Pools, and we'll come up pretty much everywhere. Facebook, everywhere, bro.
Absolutely.
Everywhere.
Why are you top 3 in the city?
So, in all honesty, I have to really give all of that to God.
Okay.
But with that being said, I can say that we are the best because we treat people's pools as if they were our own. So I believe in making things personal, bro. I don't just go back there just to clean something and just get done at, you know what I'm saying, and be going to the next pool. Like, no, if somebody come out there and they want to talk, I don't hesitate with having a conversation, because I love conversation, because that allows you to be able to know who I am, and then that gives me a better distinction of who you are, and that in turns build a better relationship. So, bro, we treat people pools like they are own. I have a good character about myself. You know what I'm saying? Now, some may say different, because at the end of the day, if you get on my bad side, then you're going to get my bad side. But for the most part, I just got a good character about myself, bro. I got a good heart. I'm loving, bro. And it literally shows in the way that I handle pools, bro. Yeah. Like, because even there was a guy yesterday that I actually got a business with. I locked him in the account. His name is Rick Spielberg. Rick Spielberg, I know you're going to see this. He is the owner of the Pro Logistics Company on Las Vegas Boulevard. Millionaire, got money. You know what I'm saying? Ain't worried about it. Just the fact that, you know, he let me in his house. We spoke, we conversated. You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, out of all the companies that I had, you the best company. You know, so coming from somebody like that, man, that means a lot.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So that lets me know that I'm on my job, man. But, you know, in totality, man, we just do pools, bro, and we doing well.
Absolutely.
We doing well.
And that's how you acquired over 200 accounts.
Yes, sir.
In a year.
Yes, in a year, bro.
Yeah.
But it took a lot of hustle.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? It took a lot of sacrifice. Yeah. And of course, I had to spend some bread. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But in turn, it worked out for the better.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? If it's something that you know what I'm saying, you have a desire for, and it's something that you want to see succeed, bro. If you actually take your time to invest and sacrifice. And the thing about it is, I should keep it real, bro. Like, now I had to spend more.
Overflow Pools, man. Mike Gibson, get with him to clean your pools. Number 3 in Las Vegas, man. Overflow Pools, LLC. Get with him, contact him, okay? Now we back with Eve and her doggy dog.
You hear him chewing at the water bottle? I don't know. He likes water bottles.
Do you sell dogs too?
I do not. But if you need a dog, I have people that do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
All around. So do you clock in and out anywhere? Or do
No.
you just work for yourself?
just work for myself.
When the last time you clocked in?
Ooh, I want to say 2 years ago, before the pandemic.
Okay.
The pandemic really did me well. Like, they closed all the clubs, they closed everything, so everybody's having private parties. So my bartending took off. I started bartending for all these celebrities that came out to Vegas, you know, doing suite parties and stuff like that, and doing house parties. But then I started doing the minerals, and you know, I do so much stuff. I just be plugging people, and people bless me. So
Yeah.
you just got to be a blessing to get a blessing. That's all.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I rock with that, man. So how'd you get with Zoo?
So I actually got hired by Big Boo when I first moved out here. He used to do the Bikini Mansion parties, and he actually hired me to bartend one. So then I used to just bartend for him, and then he invited me on as a guest. And then the next week, I came back as another guest, and then I just never left.
Okay. So do you listen to independent music?
I listen to everything. I listen to every genre. I listen to everything. I'm always, because I drive a lot. So like I drive to California every day, you know, and that's to restock my minerals. So that's a 3-hour drive, 4-hour drive each way, sometimes longer depending on the time of year. But I listen to everything. I'll even go on my Instagram and tell people like, send me your music, or send me something I should listen to, or send me an album that's good right now, or whatever. And like I said, I'm bilingual, so I do love Spanish music. I just listen to everything. I listen to EDM, country, rock, you know, alternative, you name it. I can tell you somebody from each genre that I really like. So
When did you fall in love with music?
probably because of my dad. Well, see, my mom, she would clean the house on Sundays to the Isley Brothers and stuff, you know what I mean? And then my dad, he's always listening to jazz, and my dad, you know, he has a big music, just library, you know. My dad actually, he can DJ, he can do all that stuff. So, I get it a lot from my dad. Yeah. My dad, man, that's one of my main influences in my life is my mom and dad. So,
But you never did music yourself.
I mean, okay, so I actually can write. And I used to be in the studios all the time with people, and I have a story. So Day One, if you ever heard of him, Day One, he's a producer. He's produced for like Snoop Dogg and all them. But one day he took me to the studio. It was Sir Jinx's studio session, and he was playing this beat for us. It's a Leah Rock the Boat beat. He said Dr. Dre had just bought. And while we're in the other room, I'm a little faded, whatever, smoking a blunt, and I just start spitting a little freestyle. And this guy was like, yo, that's you? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, you actually really good. Turned out to be DJ Battle Cat. And I was, you know what I'm saying? So I do got bars.
Oh, okay. That's the story.
I do
DJ
got
Battle Cat
bars.
stamped it.
He stamped me, so yeah.
Got it.
So he said it, not me.
I rock with it. And so what made you stay with the music reviews with Zoo? Because you said you was on there twice and never left.
Yeah, so because I just enjoy hearing new things. Like I said, I'm very open to new stuff. Like I'm not a closed-minded person. I like to give everything a shot or a try at once. So, you know, we're sitting there, people are sending in their music, and then it's a good way to get to know people around Vegas because a lot of them are from Vegas. So, you know, and then it's like, okay, I really like this song. Okay. Oh, they're from Vegas. So I've actually got to meet a lot of people that do music out here. And, you know, I just enjoy it because I'd rather support people I know than people I don't. So like, this is a Vegas company. Shout out to Elevated Thoughts. You know, this is a Vegas clothing company. And, you know, I don't know. I'd rather spend my money at, like you said, Live Victorious versus going to Louis Vuitton. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's just me. I feel like everybody has that opportunity to get that big. Yeah, don't fall in love with those blue eyes.
What's up, man?
Come here, baby.
Back up now.
Come on. Sorry, come on.
All good. So how did they get in contact with you and kind of give a rundown of what they can get working with you?
So, I mean, like I said, I'm in the gym every day. If you guys need a fitness trainer or somebody to help you lose weight, you know, I help people lose 20 plus pounds a month. One of my clients lost 80 pounds in 5 months. But I do workout videos. I, you know, teach you how to eat right. I give you minerals. shit, I do everything, especially when it comes to health. That's the main focus, because so many people are unhealthy. So many people get sick. You know, I lost my little 5-year-old cousin to cancer, and you know, that was before I even got cured of my asthma. So one of my promises is, you know, I don't want anybody to go through what we went through, because I was in the hospital with her 3 hours before she died. And, you know, it's a different kind of trauma. So, you know, if you need any type of health, anything, how to get life insurance, whatever you need, I'm still the plug. But you can get in contact with me, Irrestably Different on Instagram. I have a few Instagrams, but they're listed in my bio. And you see me around Vegas, I'm everywhere, literally everywhere.
You still doing the bartending?
Of course.
Okay.
So, you know, if you want to book me to bartend, depending on who you are, I might give you a deal, but you know, I got a $500 show up rate. So, you know, I can do that now. See, when I first came to Vegas, I got plugged with the promoter, and he was like, you know, what's your show up fee? And I'm like, $150. He's like, they're about to call you back and tell you $650, and I just want $50. I'm like, that somebody will really pay for me $650 to come out? Sure enough, they hit me back, was like, what's your information? How can I send you this money? And I'm like, so ever since then, I've been no less than 500. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because my resume is long. You know, you can go on TMZ, type in TMZ Inglewood, look at Dave Chappelle drinking a red stripe. That's me. So, you know, but, yeah, you can, I don't know. I be hooking the homies up and shit. So whatever, just hit me. It depends on how I feel. You can catch me in a good day, and it's always a good day. I'm always smiling.
For sure.
Yeah.
And before we get up out of here, dating. What's the criteria for you?
Fun. All right. Like, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you got a blue check or not. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care. None of that. If I can't have fun with you, then what are we doing? Because so much of my day revolves around being serious and, you know, trying to help people. And I need somebody to help me have fun. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's spontaneous. Like, yo, what are you doing? Okay, I'm outside with a pizza and some ice cream. Like, that's my type of, you know what I mean? Like, you feel me? Like, somebody to just make me smile. Cause I'm always making people smile. Somebody to make me smile. Mm-hmm. That's really it. Like,
for sure.
Yeah, I always pick the wrong ones anyway. So come on.
You do.
You see, I'm single, right?
Yeah.
All right. I always pick the wrong ones, but so it's whatever.
Okay.
I know that.
Being healed of asthma is dope, but have you ever had a but God situation where you said, man, it was only God that got me through that?
So many times. So many times. Like, let me see. Just the other day, well, not the other day, but like in the beginning of like last year, actually, no, I can give you the other day. The other day, I actually got food poisoning from somewhere I have never been. I went somewhere, I don't even remember. I was out drinking with my friend, and she was like, you know, can you take me 25 minutes away from where you live? Okay. I'm not trying to be drunk driving. So she's like, I'll buy you some tacos. So she bought me some tacos. I eat the tacos. We go. I drop her off. I go home. As soon as I get home, I'm puking guts for like 8 hours straight. I couldn't keep anything down. And I'm just sitting there like, I'm going to die. I'm shaking, shivering, and I'm sweating, and my heater is on at like 85. And I'm just like with the sweater, hoodie, and I'm still cold. And I'm like, you know, I'm going to die. So, you know, I had to open my minerals, put them on my tongue. And that was the only thing to get me to stop, you know, throwing up. But I'm literally, I think I caught that listeria stuff from the lettuce because she said she was sick too, but she was sick longer days than me. And yeah, I was cool after, like, I went to the Pro Bowl the next day. So just catch me at the Pro Bowl. Right. But yeah, that I've never felt that before, but shoot, so many times. Like,
what happened last year?
It happened a little more than not, but when I'm driving, because I drive a lot, so I do turnarounds. I do not like to not sleep in my own bed, and I'm not getting a hotel in LA. So when I go restock my minerals, you know, that's a little 8+ hour adventure. So a lot of times in the empty desert and that long strip of road, I be getting tired, and there'll be times where like I'll wake up and be like, damn, I didn't drove like 40, 50 miles. You know what I'm saying? So one time I was like, I'm gonna go stop at my mom's house. And, you know, she stays in the IE, and I wake up in Victorville, and I'm like, damn, I passed my mom's exit 20 minutes ago. And it freaked me out so bad that like I was like, I'm gonna just go home. And I stayed up the whole rest of the way because I was just like, yo,
Shook.
like I was really doing the turns up the hill and everything. Like, yo, so yeah.
That was God.
That was definitely God.
That was
Jesus,
God.
take the wheel, literally. Hello.
That's crazy.
Jesus literally took my wheel. Because, yeah.
So, like, I've felt that before where, like, I'm awake, right? But, like, you pass the exit. And, you know what I mean? Because in my mind, like, I've lived a few different places. So there's times where, like, I'll exit where I used to live.
Okay.
And, like, be outside.
And you'd be like, oh, shit, I'm not even supposed to be here.
What the heck did I just do? 'Cause
Yeah.
you're like sleep driving. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And I'm just, because I do it every week, I was just like, yo, I don't know if it's muscle memory or what, but I'm already at the top of Victorville Hill. And I'm like, I really just drove
All over.
the whole way because I was supposed to take the 210. And you know how far away the 210 is from the top of Victorville? Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was literally.
What have you learned? Because I learned my lesson, man. Like, get well rested. And if you.
No,
are
I got a
tired-
secret. Sunflower seeds.
Oh, I like sunflower seeds on a trip.
If you eat sunflower seeds, I don't know what it is. You can even Google it. Sunflower seeds are the only thing. I will take a 5-hour energy, a bang, and a coffee and still be tired.
Yep.
But the second I start eating sunflower seeds, I'm up. I don't know if it's the salt or just the constant having to do stuff, but sunflower seeds, that has been my go-to. I got 3 bags of sunflower seeds at the house right now. Just waiting for my next trip.
That used to be my thing on trip, but that salt, man.
Yeah,
then don't nobody like no saltless sunflowers.
And now I got braces, so it's like, come on, you know, like it should be all of it. Yeah.
So why you get the braces?
Cause I had a gap.
So?
Hello.
So?
What you mean?
So
Look, honey, I had braces before, but I never wore my retainer, so my teeth moved. I wasn't born with a gap. They made a gap to fit room in my mouth for my teeth. So when I didn't wear my retainer, my teeth stayed straight, but they went back to how they had to widen, because I had a little thing up there and they had to literally break my bone to widen my jaw. So yeah, and you know what I mean? Like, I'm always on cameras and always doing whatever. So I hated that. I hated it.
Okay.
I hated it. And then I could stick my tongue through it. I was like, yo, this is getting to be too much. So yeah, just for me. And then it was funny because when I got my braces, everybody's like, why did you get braces? Your gap was cute. Now they're like, oh my God, you're so cute with braces. I'm like, I know.
Yeah, we're cute regardless.
Well, thank you.
It doesn't matter. Like, I know I'm cute.
Yeah,
so
but now I
whatever.
can afford it. That's really what it was, because, you know what I mean? Braces are not cheap.
They're not cheap.
I had to have a jaw surgery. This really literally cost me almost $15,000.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
what do you do?
I feel it. Was there anything you want to say before we get up out of here? Make sure they follow you, but anything you want to say?
Just make sure you stay loyal to those loyal to you. You know what I mean? Like, I go to the same girl that does my hair. I will not cheat on her. Same tattoo artist, you know, I will not cheat on him. You know, I was just live the other day getting a tattoo, and so many people, oh, you know, my brother owns a tattoo shop. You know, this person does tattoos. I'll give you a free tattoo. Why are you trying to make me cheat? Like, I'm a very, very, very loyal person. And all I can say is when you're loyal, you get blessed way more than just trying to be on the next person's come up or the next person's wave, or, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I support those that support me. And you find out you move better as a team than trying to do your own thing. So, you know, just be loyal. Just be loyal. Because not too many people know what the true definition of loyalty is. Most people are ran by opportunity. And if you let opportunity control you, you'll never reach the finish line. Because you're always going to be sidetracked into, you know what I mean? So that's it. Just be loyal.
Good word.
Just be loyal.
That's our hot topic for the day, since we don't have Deacon T. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, so let them know where to follow you at.
Irresistibly Different. You got to know how to spell. I'm sorry. It's long as shit. Only because Magically Delicious was taken. So I was like, what is kind of around that same thing? Irresistibly Different. But that really describes me. So
Got it. 100, man.
yeah. And keep God first, man. Keep God first. Because with God, all things are possible. You know, you just keep the faith, keep God. You know, what might look like a rainstorm right now might actually be clearing your road for your blessings. You know, so
Washing it out.
facts.
You were locked and tuned into Hot Seat with IC Jonez right here on Room Service Radio. You know I'm live every Thursday and Friday, 12 to 2. Make sure you tap in and tune in and get with me if you want to get a commercial, if you want to get on the playlist, or if you want to interview. All right, DM me, Hot Seat with IC Jonez everywhere. And go run up my music, man. Rough Around the Edges
Facts.
is out right now. Scholar Music is out right now. You know, Bobby Guns on Granny Name out right now. Let's go. God bless y'all. Love y'all. Peace.